welcome to Main Road for the 118th Manchester derby, and it could well be one of the most important in the long history of this fiercely contested fixture. Manchester United, pursuing their first league championship for 26 years, will go back top of the Premier League if they win, or even draw here today, and City would move up to 4th place and therefore into contention for a European place next season if they win. But just as important, of course, as the points at stake here is local pride. Well, Manchester City make one change. Midfielder Fitzroy Simpson is injured, and the player-manager Peter Reid has picked himself to replace Simpson. An FA Cup tie, the pitch invasion, which no one wants to see repeated. So Manchester City in the blue shirts and white shorts get this derby match underway, attacking from left to right. Vonk immediately dispossessed by Hughes, but Andy Hill cuts off the ball and then a bad one straight to Giggs. Chance here for United in the opening minute. Ryan Giggs, who scored 4 times in his last 6 games, presented with a gift opening there. United. Good link-up play involving Flitcroft and a useful little ball in. And Schmeichel slipped then, under no pressure whatsoever. Flitcroft gets it away. White has switched from the right to the left. Reid breaks clear now, the player-manager for City. And did well. Hill, who didn't do very well. 1-0 against the reigning champions Leeds United. Here's Cantona, the former Leeds United player. Went through 2 tackles and gets the free kick. Been a big influence, of course, for United since moving across the Pennines from Ellen Road. Touchline as ever. That's a good ball forward, looking to use White's pace. Bruce gets it clear for United. A good ball to Giggs. This is what the crowds love to see. Giggs taking people on, and he's beaten Hill and got a splendid ball into the middle. Nil. Oops, that was a clumsy ball by Curl. And Parker makes a mistake. Schmeichel did so well then. Excellent goalkeeping. Parker playing the ball in a bit too short, and Sheeran got in between the defender and the goalkeeper. There we are. Parker's header just dropped into no man's land, and Schmeichel did well to claim it. The player did, though. Now Reid. And Hill is dispossessed. And it breaks here to Giggs. Chance for Giggs! Well, Ryan Giggs has now been the benefactor of 2. Oh, and it was a dangerous back flick, and Flitcroft onto the loose ball. Really have kept the shot down then. And again gets a good cross in over White's head. Hill! Well, he seems to be involved in everything that's happening early on here, Andy Hill. And he's beaten a second challenge, not quite the third. It's a foul by Reid on Ince, and a bit of a confrontation. Well, it's a derby match. We don't expect them to get up to shake hands. So then when the sides met at Old Trafford in December, Alex Ferguson's team won by 2 goals to 1. And scored. More players had that kind of control. Ince did well. Giggs. A curling, dangerous cross, and Cantona's header is kept out by Coton. I think Cantona will be frustrated because he should have done better then. But that's taking nothing away from Tony Coton. It was a downward, soft sort of header. If he'd really met it meaty, that would have been a goal for Eric Cantona, no doubt about it. Knocks it first time with absolutely beautiful accuracy. And Cantona skipped over the tackle here. Danger this! Oh, it was a clear-cut opening. He only had to roll it back into the path of Brian McClare, and he would have had an open side of goal. But it's real end-to-end play now, and Reid gallops forward, belying his years. White. And that's a good ball too. And White takes on the defender single-handed. That's out of Giggs. Coton always in control there. And a good early throw sets Peter Reid scurrying forward on the right. Well, Sheeran's going to force Irwin to run all the way here. Now, is that a foul? Is it a... Ince. It's a splendid ball by Ince. Giggs. Good effort. So Manchester United get the second half of the derby match against Manchester City underway. 0-0, remember, at the end of 45 minutes, with United certainly having the better of the scoring opportunities in that first half, but they were few and far between, really. Nice skill at the back by Bunk, but he's under pressure straight away. That was splendid work. And now Giggs, and a chance for Cantona here, and still Cantona. He's missed again. Coton denies the Frenchman his second great scoring opportunity of the game, and this was even better, really. He shrugged off the challenge well, and from that range should have punished the Manchester City goalkeeper. Well, Giggs might fancy curling one in here, or he could tap it short for Irwin, who can blast them. It's Giggs, straight at the wall. Ince, straight at the wall again. Reid breaks clear, pursued by Sharp. Well, heaven knows how many years there are between those two. In fact, I can tell you he's just 21, Lee Sharp, and the old chap here is 36, almost 37. And he still had to be fouled to be dispossessed. And delivers a useful ball. City looking strong in this attack. They've got a lot of players forward. Holden delivers the cross, and Quinn! Yes! Niall Quinn gives Manchester City the lead. A devastatingly simple move, and for the first time in the game, Rick Holden produces the kind of cross we know he's capable of, and Quinn produces the kind of header for which he's become famed. Beautiful cross by Holden, tempted Schmeichel, food and drink that one for Niall Quinn, and the big Irishman scores his 7th goal of the season to give Manchester City the lead here, and Manchester United, in their quest for the Premier League Championship, have got a real battle on their hands here today now. They're one down. Well, I did say I'd make this match particularly interesting, and there's another little interesting collision gone on in midfield there, and Eric, the Frenchman, and Keith Curle, the West Country man, share their knowledge of one or two finer points of the English language, I think. Now, less than 15 minutes gone in the second half, and Manchester United are a goal behind, and Eric is displaying again his control of the English language. United's free kick. Irwin will take it right-footed. Oh, it wasn't a bad effort. They might be jeering behind that defeated Old Trafford back in December, and some anxious looks perhaps now on the Manchester United bench. Little derby, here's Ince. Now then, Sharp's got a chance to get the ball in accurately here, and it's not a back cross to the far post. But Cantona was behind the line. Good tag. Brilliant play by Hughes. And a good ball too. Sharp. Cantona making ground in the middle, and he finds him! Yes! A magnificent equaliser by Manchester United. Eric Cantona. A lovely move, and I've been criticising Sharp, but my word, he delivered a beautiful cross here. As good as Holden's, and Cantona's header was every bit as good as Quinn's. Look at the room, though, in the middle of the City defence. Keith Curle, yards adrift of his man, and Eric Cantona scores his 7th goal of the season to bring the teams level. Ince. Good ball, Brian McClair. Whew, that was close. That was close. A little jaded and predictable. They've got the upper hand again here, and the problem too, well, the ball just bounced too high for Erwin in the end. To go back to the top, well, they'll have to wait a little bit longer yet. Sheeran sets up a chance. It's hit the post. Frustration for Manchester City, because within a couple of minutes of going level, they could have gone in front here. Just hit the foot of the post. Reid, who has had a quite splendid match, and wins a foul, I think. The linesman's indicated a throw in, and Peter Reid says, "Cool, goodness me, at this age it doesn't get any easier." McLeod, Ince, he hit that well. It was a rising shot. Curl knocks the free kick in long, and then he goes to Flitcroft, and now Sheeran. Oh, unlucky there for City. Still danger. Holden, good-looking cross, and Bonk got up well on the far post, but couldn't get any power in his header. White. Cross is good. Flitcroft on the far post. And Brian Robson waits and wonders whether he's going to be needed by his team. Quinn. Still got the cross in despite the attentions of Pallister. Bruce gets it away. Straight to Reid though. Back in it goes again to Quinn. Now White. A left-footed cross, not bad. Flitcroft will have to work to keep this in, and just did so. Holden. Young Flitcroft again. Clever little ball into Sheeran. That's a goal kick, surely. Yes. Left. It's good skill. He decided it was going to be a free kick, and the referee upheld his decision. And he gets it back again from Ince, and he's onside here. Oh, he hit the cross too deep. And Sharp is dispossessed. Holden. But Giggs hit the cross too deep. That's it. It's all over at Main Road, and I think it's ended with the right result as well. Manchester City took the lead 13 minutes into the second half with a splendid headed goal by Niall Quinn from Rick Holden's cross, and then a very similar move brought about Manchester United's equaliser when Lee Sharp knocked the ball in, and this time Eric Cantona headed beyond Tony Coton. Both sides really went about this in a committed manner, and I don't think either side deserved to lose. So the final score then on this sunny morning at Main Road, Manchester: Manchester City 1, Manchester United 1. Honours even.